I am Pauline Malabanan from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, and I will be discussing the perceived resilience on urbanization of two barangays in Cabuyao City, Laguna. So first, urbanization is defined in many ways from various perspectives as the topic attracted many scholars around the globe. As defined by Shaolin, urbanization is the shift of an area from primary industries such as agriculture to industrial and commercial. Furthermore, it also refers as the increase in population in urban areas according to Sanyao. In the Philippines, the level of urbanization was measured through the number of people present in urban areas. In 2015, 51.2% was recorded as urbanization rate, meaning there are around 52.73 million people residing in urban classified barangays. The process brought positive impacts such as betterment of health services, increase in job opportunities, and increase on the overall income of the population. However, if not handled properly, urbanization may pose negative impacts and can be a hazard in a community. One area of interest is Cabuyao City, Laguna, a city located at Calabarzon region. The cityhood was only declared in 2012, making Cabuyao the youngest city in Laguna. The area is classified as the enterprise city of the Philippines and was listed as entirely urban in 2015, even only in its third year since the declaration of the cityhood. We will look into the condition of two barangays. First is the Barangay Sala, located exactly at the city center and is classified as Category 1 urban barangay. And Barangay Casile, located in the boundary of Laguna and Cavite, an uphill area, and is classified as Category 2 urban barangay. So here are the objectives of the study. From the objectives, we can see that there are three variables present, which are the vulnerability context, the 5 community assets, and the community innovation. These variables are present in the Sustainable Livelihood Framework, a framework which is mostly used in assessing livelihoods in the community. Though the framework can also be a tool in measuring resiliency according to Osman Elasha, as the three variables should be present in understanding community resiliency as per Bodland and Granberg. We modified the framework to fit on our study, having three variables that are present important in the study of resiliency. First is the vulnerability context, which are the shocks and trends brought by the urbanization. It is the external and uncontrolled happenings in the society which affects the community assets of the system. The community assets are the capacities and resource of the area that are affected by these trends and shocks. These are categorized into 5, namely human, finance, social, physical, and natural. And the innovations are the policies and programs of the community that will improve the community assets and mitigate the negative effects of urbanization. The study employed key informant interview with the city mayor to know the vulnerability context to the city of urbanization. And focus group discussion was used to assess the community assets and community innovation. To quantify the changes in the community asset, we used the semantic differential scale, and descriptive analysis was employed to interpret the data. Let's now discuss the vulnerability context of Cabuyao City, Laguna to urbanization. As per the city mayor, there are 3 main effects that the community experienced due to urbanization. First is the increase in the community budget. After the implementation of its cityhood, the community budget increases as the income, together with the other component and highly urbanized cities, was divided into only 140 cities in the Philippines. Second is the institutionalization of the community. Because of the transition from municipality to city, the community is now independent in terms of socio-political decision-making. And third is the influx of population due to migrant. Because of the numerous job opportunities, rural people try their luck in the area. Let's now check the changes happening in the asset because of these trends and shocks due to urbanization. First is the Barangay Casile. As per the barangay officials, they felt the process of urbanization in 2010 due to the construction of roads, electricity, and water supply. The graph shows the changes in the community assets in the barangay before 2010 and up to present. We can see that all of the assets improve. As per the barangay leaders, their physical assets such as communication lines, water lines, electrical lines, and buildings increases. The natural asset increased minimally as the water and air in the area is still the same, and the soil quality degraded minimally but is still productive and fertile. Financial asset increased significantly as the poverty incidence dropped, the community budget also increased, and there is now presence and development of livelihood. Though money transaction services are difficult in the area as there are no banks present. Human assets also increased significantly with the increase of human population, better health and education status of the resident, and the social asset also increased with the improvement of education and health services, increase in people's organization. There were also no traffic in the area. However, there is a reported minimal increase in minor crimes. For Barangay Sala, they felt the process of urbanization during the 1980s due to the construction of industries and factories. Let us remember that the area is located at the city center. All except the natural asset increased. The natural asset of the community declined because the air, water, and soil quality worsened. There are a lot of conversion happening in their agricultural land. Before, the community is known for its garlic, but today there are no farmers planting garlic anymore. The waste drastically increased and the number of trees also decreases. Due to the change in the community assets, barangay leaders formulated innovation to improve its community assets and mitigate the effects and trends brought by urbanization. In Barangay Casile, here are the various programs to mitigate the vulnerability context of urbanization and to further improve its community asset. To name few, we have curfew, waste management policies, DRRM training, tax ordinance, scholarship program, feeding and medical mission, and drug campaign. While in Barangay Casile, we have entrepreneurial program, DRRM participation, waste segregation, 24-hour patrolling census, job fair, and decor ban. From here, we can conclude that the study showed the linkages of these three variables of the modified sustainable livelihood framework. The trends and shocks of the urbanization observed in Cabuyao City are increase in community budget, transition of municipal category to city which resulted to institutionalization of the area, and influx of population due to migrants. The trends brought by urbanization was felt diversely by Barangay Casile and Barangay Sala as seen in the changes in their community asset. This was due to the difference in time when they felt the process of urbanization and the overall impact of the trends in their community. Due to the differences in the impact in the community asset, the two barangay have various programs to improve these assets and mitigate the adverse effects in their community. Barangay Casile and Barangay Sala are still in the process to be resilient to mitigate the negative effects brought by urbanization and improve their ability and strength as a community. Thank you so much for listening.